Hey, it's Mr. B, here to talk to you about sculpture making, which is all with clay. Completely different than pottery. We're going to work on a much larger scale. We'll experiment with different ways of building, and we'll work with concept. It's recommended that you take Pottery 1, Intro to Pottery, before taking sculpture, but it's not a requirement. And as all of our clay classes, there's a $20 semester fee to go towards the clay, the firings, and the glaze. Links to everything, as well as thousands of other examples of student artwork, can always be found on my homework page, including my contact information. Clay head. I'll give a prompt, and we'll talk about how sculptures need to function in three-dimensional space, so that means the viewer needs to have something to see in all four sides. And how are you going to solve that idea of a clay head? How are you going to display space? Is it going to be real? Is it going to be scary or funny? How things are going to look. How to build a slab and armature. And we'll, how to, in this case, the initials assignment. How to tie in initials in a creative way, the H and the J, as well as deal with your surface and learn how to build with slab and armature, which is a way to allow us to build bigger with other pieces. Here's an example of a piece built with slab and armature and then using fencing wire fired into the clay body as well. Concept pieces. This piece is nearly 3 feet tall. It's the idea of the hand holding up 3 fingers, and then the end of each of the 3 fingers, there's 3 other hands. So we need to have an understanding of building techniques so we can build like this. And that's why our clay hand and initial assignments help get us ready to understand structurally how to build. We can have prompts like mode of transportation, which might actually be physical transportation, like with the boat or the tractor, or it could be other forms of transportation as well. That could be much more conceptual. This piece is all built with slab, and obviously the artist is using the idea of negative space here and being a strong component of the piece, and using the idea of the elephant. Some students are conceptual with their idea with multiple pieces, or in the study of form. So there's lots of ways to answer the prompts or to solve those questions in sculpture making. This particular one, although not from our clay class, is from pop cans, and I just like the idea of sometimes students want to experiment in 3D form with other mediums other than clay after taking sculpture making. As always, if you have any questions about a class, feel free to reach out, shoot me an email, swing by the art room, and ask questions. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you, and be well.